Welcome to another edition of the Digicel Sports Show right here on Islandstats. I'm your host, Earl Baston, and joining me yet again is co-host Jason Juggling J. Ford. Well, Jay, back-to-back wins for the Bermuda national cricket team over in Los Angeles. Just overall, it puts us in a good position now going into tomorrow's last match.
Well, Earl, coming into these two matches, we were 2-0 down, but these two matches gives us the hope now to even still advance. Mathematically, we're not out of it yet, but we're in a good standing to actually stay in the division, as two teams will go up, two teams will stay, and two teams will fall. So with these two victories, that's actually putting us in good standing for at least staying, with still a slim possibility of going up.
Well, let's look at the numbers from the two matches. Bermuda's third match in the ICC Division 4 tournament saw them take on Denmark. Denmark won the toss and elected to field. Bermuda scored 221 for 7 in their 50 overs, with Delray Rollins the top scorer on 39. He shared a 71-run second-wicket partnership with captain O.J. Pitcher. Dion Stovall added 38. Jordan De Silva, who shared a 60-run, 8th-wicket partnership with Danico Hodis, added 33 not out. Captain Pitcher scored 31. In reply, Denmark were bowled all out for 183, with Bermuda recording their first win of the tournament, winning by 38 runs. Zamir Khan was their top scorer with 47. Man of the match, Jordan De Silva, returned figures of 9.1 overs, 2 maidens, 4 for 23 to lead Bermuda to victory, while Gennaro Tucker bowled 8 overs, 1 maiden, 3 for 29. Yesterday, in an all-important match, Bermuda won the toss and elected to bat, scoring 312 for 8 in a reduced match of 45 overs against Jersey. Openers Kamal Levrock and captain O.J. Pitcher put on a Bermuda record first-wicket partnership of 211. Levrock was the first to go on 137 off of 111 deliveries, hitting 10 fours and 8 sixes. Pitcher was out for 63. In reply, Jersey were all out for 227, with Corey Bisson, their top scorer, on 48. C.J. Otterbridge led the Bermuda charge, returning figures of 7.2 overs, no maidens, 5 for 25. Bermuda play one more round-robin match against Italy tomorrow. Well, looking back at Game 3, it was a must-win situation for Bermuda, and they managed to pull it off with some good performances by several key individuals in the team.
Yeah, Earl, very, very, very impressive by a few members of the team. With the man of the match for that game was actually Jordan De Silva, coming good, I think, like 33 not out with the bat, and also picking up 4 crucial wickets, especially leading from the front, open up the bowling. Also, once again, C.J. Otterbridge picking up 2 wickets up front. Even though our batting still, we talked about it the other day, our middle order still giving us some trouble. Gennaro Tucker going cheap again. But Dion Stovall was able to, on the back end, sort of keep everybody calm a bit. And along with De Silva, along with Bremer, along with Danico Hodis, who came into the squad for the injured Dean Miners, they actually put up a good fight and got us out of trouble and got us up 200 over, which at one point in time didn't look like it was destined to make 150. So hopefully we can get those bats firing again, but hopefully we're getting a decent start. It's the middle order that we're just having troubles with. And I think if we can just be consistent in the middle order, I think game number 5 is going to be easy.
Well, we know that this team here has been put together somewhat late, inclusions, exclusions, and so forth. So it's going to take them a little while to gel, but if we manage to win Game 5 and be successful, still mathematically go up, then there you go. We stand a chance of playing in Uganda come early part of 2017.
And that's the focus. I know the boys are focused on that alone. But first things first, we cannot take Italy for granted, because once we know about cricket, anything can happen on the day. It could be rain that day, and it's reduced. We already had a match reduced to 40 overs, so anything's possible when it comes to something like that. So let's just keep our fingers crossed and wish the boys all the best.
Well, Jay, Tuesday night at the LF Wade International Airport, our under-20 heroes return to the island. We got a chance to speak to one of the players, the coach, and the president of the Bermuda Football Association.
You guys, man, Curacao, the coaches gave us a accomplishment. We guys went out there with a goal set to transfer to go to the next round. You guys done it, and we're very happy.
What was the team spirit like going into the competition?
We was very excited, very ready to go. We was just waiting for the coach to put out the team list, and we was just waiting to go.
After the first game, what goes through you guys' mind? Like you can achieve the goal that's put in front of you?
Yeah, we got 3 points, but you know, the coaching staff and everybody else kept on top of us to put that game behind us and continue on the run.
You make it through to the semifinals, and at that time you've already accomplished what you went there to accomplish. Finishing third, was that something that you guys are really pleased with?
When we went into the semifinals, we wanted to do more than finish third. We wanted to win the whole tournament. Unlucky that we didn't. We faced Haiti in the semifinals and lost. After that, we knew that we had to play for the third place spot, and we wanted to come back home with the third place medal around our neck.
Yeah, first and foremost, I'd just like to say thank you to everyone that traveled to the BFA for all the hard work that went on behind the scenes. But I think we built up a relationship with the players in the summer before we went to Haiti. And as we know, a few of the players that went to Haiti weren't able to come. But the players that did step in had been training with us in the summer, and they stepped up to the plate when it was called upon. You know, players weren't available due to school commitments, and we have to accept that. But it just shows you that we have a good pool of players to pick from.
Now, for some, this is a short turnaround for the next round. How do you prepare in such a short space of time with so many guys abroad, so many guys here?
Yeah, but I think every country has that problem. So we're looking to have something over the Christmas break, and we're hoping we could have something else before traveling to Costa Rica. You know, that's our plans. And, you know, everybody that ran on the trip, they got to dig in if they want to stay on the next trip. That's just the way football is. And, you know, technical director Maurice Lowe, we're going to sit down. We obviously look at what we can do better. And I think there's a lot more to come from the under-20s. You know, we know we're going to be going to a different level of play. We looked at the past records of Haiti, who won our tournament this time, and you know, they finished bottom of the group when they went to the finals of this tournament the last time. So we know what we're going to be up against, and we're going to have to work hard to improve as a unit. So that's what we have to look at, the steps that we're making. When we have our meetings with the coaches twice a month, and that's what we talk about, staying in competitions, and that's what we managed to do this time. So, you know, this goes out for everyone that's been involved in Bermuda football over the last 10, 12 years. It's a long journey. Things don't happen overnight, and, you know, it's still a long way to go. So we have to enjoy while we do good, but keep trying to move on. That's the main thing right there, that we have to keep trying to improve.
Would an eye-opening experience for your team, though? Did you learn some important lessons?
Yes, I would say so. You know, we played, 5 games in 2 weeks, and it's very demanding. And, you know, we had 17 players to pick from. The maximum we could take was 20. So it was very demanding on all the players that were there. You know, the rest, and I must say, all the players were well behaved on the tour. That's credit to the families and everyone that's involved in them. We didn't have no problems with them whatsoever. So very happy about that. And we see a trend that's happening. This is not the first tour that we've been in, even at the senior level, you know, from guys going away to school and being at professional clubs, they just automatically know how to act, you know, because they see that it's business time. So hats off to everyone in that department.
To be honest, it's as Kyle said, it's been a long time coming. Been part of a strategic plan for us to advance out of the first round, and now we're moving into the next strategic plan, which talks about us advancing into final stages. I would have never dreamt that it would have happened so soon, but ecstatic, you know, very ecstatic. Really, it's down to Maurice and his team to now talk to us about how do we continue this process. We have protocols in place, but we need to try and prepare better. You heard Kyle talk about what can we do to get this team prepared for the next step. And those are some of the things that we need to discuss. And I think over the next few years, we'll get that done, and you'll see more teams advancing into the final stages of competition.
Congratulations. Welcome back, everyone.
Thank you.
Well, as you heard, plans are in place to prepare for Costa Rica for the next round, but also the significance of how the young men were determined to make it through to the next round. You heard from Jatino Martin Richardson, who said, you know, they wanted to, after the semifinal loss, they wanted to win that third place, that medal around their neck, and that's exactly what they accomplished. But Jay, it's been a while since Bermuda has been to these parts of a tournament that has seen some success. And looking at it, we talked about it the other day, where the Bermuda Football Association's youth academies, girls and boys, have been accomplishing the feats of getting out of that first round and into the next round. So progress is being made.
Well, Earl, once again, we're definitely proud of the boys. Not just the boys, but the coaching staff and the commitment they've made for this under-20 squad. Now, if you look at it, this is Bermuda's best performance in CONCACAF under-20 play since 1980. Now, back in 1974, we made it to the playoff round. In 1980, we made it to the quarterfinals. But when was the last time we was in this competition?
1998.
So just think about it. We've done something we haven't done in a while. So we've made history, and I know the boys are proud of it. I want to thank everybody who came out to the airport to welcome the heroes home. But Gunboy Warriors, we're going to Costa Rica. Let's get them.
Open up a world of music at your fingertips and access millions of songs from free with D-Music, exclusively from Digicel. With D-Music, you can stream and download songs and create playlists of your favorite artists to fit your lifestyle. Whether you're working out at the gym, getting ready for a Friday night, or just chilling at home, D-Music comes with 1 gig of free data to stream and download songs without it impacting your data usage. That's 32 hours worth of music. Visit us in-store or online to see how you can get D-Music today.
Yesterday, inside the Clyde Best Center of Excellence, Jay, the Bermuda Football Association held the Friendship and Shield draws. This is how it all unveiled.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. We are here to facilitate the draw for the 2016-17 Shield and Friendship competitions. We will start out with the Shield draw. The Shield teams will be the members of the BFA First Division, which are BA St. David's, Hamilton Parish, St. George's, Island Rangers, Wolves, Paget, Crossroads, Southampton Rangers, and Young Men Social Club. The format of this draw will be the first 4 teams that come out will be matched up against each other in a preliminary round. We will then put in two of those in to draw for the quarterfinal rounds to see the matchups of the second round. Yeah. So BA, Crossroads, Paget, Southampton Rangers, Young Men Social Club, Wolves, St. George's, Island Rangers, St. David's, Hamilton Parish. Yep. So we have Paget, Crossroads, Southampton Rangers, Hamilton Parish. So we're going to put Paget and Rangers back in. BA, versus Wolves. St. David's, Island Rangers. So this is the run of Paget and Crossroads. Versus Young Man Social Club. St. George's versus the winner of Rangers and Hamilton Parish. So into the friendship round, which will be contested between the Premier Division teams: Boulevard, Devonshire Colts, Devonshire Rack, Flanagan's, North Village, PHC, Robin Hood, Southampton Bridge, Somerset Cricket Club, and Islandstats Sports Club. So we have Robin Hood, Dandy Town, Devonshire Rack, Western Stars. Got Devonshire, right?
Yes.
Flanagan's, Somerset Bridge, and next to Robin Hood. Somerset Cricket Club, PHC, Devonshire Colts, North Village, and Boulevard. Robin Hood, Somerset Bridge, Boulevard, Somerset Cricket Club. So So the winner of Robin Hood and Somerset Bridge versus Devonshire Rap. North Village versus Devonshire Colts. Flanagan's versus PHC. Dandytown versus the winner of Boulevard and Somerset. So to recap, the preliminary round, which will be held on Sunday, November 13th, matches to kick off at 12 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. Venue to be determined will be Paget and Crossroads, and then Southampton Rangers versus Hamilton Parish, and then in the other matches there will be Robin Hood versus Somerset Bridge, Paget and Crossroads and Southampton Rangers and Hamilton Parish will be the Shield matches. Yeah, those games will be both played at 12 o'clock. And then at 2:30, Robin Hood versus Somerset Bridge and Boulevard versus Somerset Cricket Club. In the quarterfinal round, to be held on Sunday, December 18th, once again at 12 p.m. and 2:30 p.m., BA will take on Wolves, St. David's will take on Island Rangers, Paget will take on, the winner of Paget and Crossroads will take on Young Men Social Club, St. George's will take on the winner of Southampton Rangers and Hamilton Parish. And in the friendship quarterfinals, we have the winner of Robin Hood versus Somerset Bridge to take on Devonshire Rack. We have North Village versus Devonshire Colts. We have Flanagan's versus PHC. And we have Dandytown taking on the winner of Boulevard and Somerset Cricket Club.
Immediately following the cup draws, Bermuda Football Association First Vice President Shannon Burgess wanted to get something off his chest.
I just want to take 1 minute to highlight something that's been a bit bothersome to me. I'll put it into context. I played football, obviously, a long time ago. And I recall a match between Devonshire Colts and North Village. Friendship semi-final, where at a time where some social challenges started to occur at football matches. After the match, a game that was well played between Devonshire Colts and North Village, Devonshire Colts came from behind 1-0 to win the match 2-1 and progressed to the friendship final. I was speaking with a reporter after the match, talking about how entertaining the match was, and she was disturbed by a phone call. And I can sense the phone call was a request for her to cease the interview, to go and take a look at a disturbance that was occurring on the outside of the stadium. I walked away from the interview, and to this day, I have never given that individual an interview again. So I say that to say this, and I want to put some context around something that I wish to highlight. In July of this year, our under-17 men's team traveled to a World Cup qualifying competition and won their group stage and qualified for the next round. In certain facets of the press, I saw absolutely nothing about this success. Radio silence. About a month later, the under-15, I believe, women's team performed admirably in a competition, defeating teams that normally were much stronger than us. And I read amongst CONCACAF websites how they were totally impressed at the improvement of this girls' team. And then they came up against the powerhouse of women's football, a team that competes with Brazil, United States, and obviously were not too successful. I was totally disheartened to read the headline that was given for these young girls that wore the jersey and the crest and played their hearts out for this country. I just need to highlight that. I need to highlight the fact that on Sunday, under-20 men's team has done something that no Bermuda under-20 men's team has done before. They've come out of a competition against countries that are supposed to beat us. And they did so in style in the final match by beating Trinidad and Tobago, a country that has made it to the World Cup. This is a competition that I participated in at the under-20 level, and myself, Canton Jennings, Meshach Wade, Dwayne Adams, Dwight Bass, and to say a few, we were not successful in coming out of that group when we participated. 2 years prior, we're talking about Sean Gooder, we're talking about Clay Smith, DeVar Boyles, Sean Smith, Carl Roberts. They were not successful in coming out of the group stage in this competition. On the same day, there was an incident in the West End, unfortunate incident. I'd just like to highlight the fact that for 2 days we ran a story about the incident at Somerset Cricket Club, and we're radio silent about what our under-20 team accomplished. That is disheartening. We need to have a conversation. Thanks for coming.
Open up a world of music at your fingertips and access millions of songs from free with D-Music, exclusively from Digicel. With D-Music, you can stream and download songs and create playlists of your favorite artists to fit your lifestyle. Whether you're working out at the gym, getting ready for a Friday night, or just chilling at home, D-Music comes with 1 gig of free data to stream and download songs without it impacting your data usage. That's 32 hours worth of music. Visit us in-store or online to see how you can get D-Music today.
Staying with the sport of football, we have the Premier and First Division League standings, and the Bermuda School Sports Federation's Middle School Six-a-Side tournament took place yesterday at the Shelley Bay Field. The PHC Zebras and North Village Rams are the Premier Division League leaders, both having 10 points and a goal difference of 6. The Boulevard Blazers are in third. They have 9 points. Shane Hollis from the North Village Rams is the early league leading goal scorer with 10, while Ian Coke from the Boulevard Blazers is in second with 6 goals, and Sequoia Robinson from PHC Zebras has 5 goals on the season. Over in the First Division, St. David's and Young Men's Social Club are the early pace setters with 12 points from 4 games. Crossroads are in third with 7 points. James Pace from St. David's and Tyrell Burgess from BAA both have found the back of the net 6 times to lead the league in the goal-scoring department. Clay Darrell from Young Men's Social Club and Jakari Ferret from BAA both have 4 goals. Salters Grammar School were crowned the over 13 champions at the conclusion of the Bermuda School Sports Federation's Middle School Six-a-Side Championships at Shelley Bay Field. Salters howled off a feisty TN Tatum, winning the final on penalties after the two teams were deadlocked at 1-1. Christian Lugo Albox had given Salters the lead with a spectacular effort, controlling a pass from Matthew Moreno and slamming the ball past TN Tatum goalkeeper Marco Baston late in the first half. Stephen Simmons equalized from the penalty spot midway through the second half for TN Tatum, and neither team could find the back of the net for the duration of regulation time. Salters had defeated Sand Secondary Middle School on penalties after a scoreless semifinal, and TN Tatum advanced after a sudden death penalty shootout win over Whitney in the other semifinal. Omik Smith had given Whitney a early lead in the first minute of the game. TN Tatum weathered the Whitney onslaught on goal for the remainder of the half. Minutes after Baston had saved a penalty, Simmons scored from the penalty spot to level things for TN Tatum, who got themselves back into the match. Meanwhile, Whitney Institute defeated Delwood Middle School 1-0 in the under-13 final. The close match was decided with an own goal. Both finalists reached the finals through penalty shootouts after scoreless draws in their semi-finals. Delwood defeated Mount St. Agnes, while Whitney edged Salters. Well, Jay, we heard about the Premier Division and First Division standings. They are very close. There's two teams got the same amount of points. In the Premier Division, it's PHC and North Village. In the First Division, it's St. David's and Young Men's Social Club. But to start the season off, two teams undefeated, well, with 3 wins and a draw in the Premier, 4 wins for 2 teams in the First Division. Keeping it close and entertaining is what the association and what football in general needs around the island.
Most definitely. I mean, we hear all the ill effects of the bad news. Bad news travels fast, but these are the good news that we have to get out. And with these 2 clubs that are leading by the front right now, they have a good fan base. We saw a couple of years ago, a year ago, or 2 years ago, when the PAC opened up their field. They opened it up with North Village, and we saw the crowds come out for that. So they have a rich history, even players playing for both clubs. But in saying that, their programs are probably one of the top 3 or 4 programs on the island when it comes to from the grassroots all the way up. And I believe they have a team in every division that the BFA offers, including the Masters. So in saying that, they're well represented. But to see these guys out from week to week, you can see the passion not only in the players but also the fans. And you gotta think about it, it's 2 new coaches. Yeah. And I think that's probably more surprisingly of anything, is the 2 new coaches getting a little bit extra out of the players that the former coaches wasn't able to get out of them.
Jay, 2 outstanding middle distance runners in Dage Miners and Cornet Otterbridge have led from the front for their school, Franklin Pierce and St. Johnsbury Academy. But just talking about someone like Dage, we've seen him grow over the years. 800 meters cross country. He made a name for himself here and is now in the Boston area making a good name for himself throughout his high school and college years.
Well, once again with Dage, now I believe his 4th year of running out there, he's become a senior of sort, not only to his team but also to his craft. Obviously the education is getting on that side, but the education in running and running in different atmospheres is only going to go well, because obviously I know he's looking towards the Commonwealth Games, he's looking towards the next Olympics. These are the things that his age group is got their eyes on now, even though we're thinking, well, maybe 4 years away because we just had the Olympics. But this is what I'm pretty sure this is what he's focusing on now.
Well, let's see how those 2 made out in their individual national cross-country championships. Dage Miners led the Franklin Pierce University men's cross-country team at the Northeast 10 Championships hosted by Stonehill. For his performance, senior Miners picked up Old Northeast 10 first team honors with an 8K time of 25:34, which was good for 6th place. Meanwhile, Cornet Otterbridge represented St. Johnsbury Academy High School at the NVAC Cross Country Run Championships. Otterbridge and the St. Johnsbury girls finished 2nd with 66 points. Otterbridge finished 25th, stopping the clock in a time of 20:32, crossing the line as the 4th St. Johnsbury runner to cross the line. Well, Jay, was some shocking news as it broke from Tokyo that there's a possibility that the sport of rowing may not be in the 2020 Olympics, as the organizers are trying to downgrade due to financing a facility that was going to be purposely built for canoeing and rowing. We have a rower that took part in the Rio Olympics, in Shelley Pearson. She'll be watching this very closely, and so will the rest of the Bermuda Olympic Association. I'll be watching it closely, and I'm pretty sure you will be watching it closely as we see how things develop for a sport that we now had 2 people compete in the sport of rowing, and Shelley Pearson being the first female in a while to represent Bermuda in that particular sport.
Yeah, hopefully we get good news. With her this year, I know it brought a whole new vibe about it, because we had never seen in my lifetime somebody be rowing and represent Bermuda. But only seeing that, she obviously should be looking forward to the Commonwealth Games, which will be in 2 years' time, and hopefully she can keep pressing on. And by the time we have some good news about the Olympics. But for Shelley Pearson, I mean, the road doesn't end right now. She's going to probably be working hard to get to the Commonwealth Games and give a good performance.
Well, I must say, on Tuesday, I had the opportunity to speak with Shelley, Cece Woolman, and Flora Duffy, and they got a chance to see their names etched on the Olympic wall at the National Sports Center. I got a chance to get a photo of them, which they were appreciative of, and just to see the glow on their face, to see that their names are now joined several other names that are on that wall. And as Flora would mention to them that, you know, she knows people but didn't realize that those people had participated in an Olympics, and now a conversation can be had about just that, the fact that someone else that she knows in a personal way has competed in the Olympics, and now those conversations could really get a little different now.
Well, it'll be interesting. I'm just going to put this out there to the Olympic Committee. We have seen in the NFL where they have the Hall of Fame. When they have these Hall of Fame events, a lot of past Hall of Famers from years going by, they always meet every year. And it'll be interesting if we can get our Olympians, our past Olympians, future Olympians, to meet every year, because the stories, it will be endless. I mean, for guys like you and for just the media in itself, we'll love to hear some of these stories, because you'd be surprised that, okay, somebody may have taken part in the 60s. Some of the same pressures might be still relatable to today.
Yeah, without a doubt, because the Olympic Village doesn't change. You get all walks of life in the Olympic Village, and the experiences are all different though, because different countries stay in different locations as far as in the village. So you might be this year with, say, Kazakhstan. Next year you might be with Switzerland, and those type of relationships and conversations that you have with those athletes will always be something that you'll hang on and cherish for the rest of your life and through your competition.
And the good thing about it, we're not just talking about Summer Olympics, we're also talking about Winter Olympics. Right. So you'd be surprised how many, you know, the world, it's a globe, it's very huge, but in some quarters it's very small, because I'm pretty sure you've been to many games now, and now you've got friendships and relationships all around this world that you could call on at any minute.
Yes, indeed. And we might have a surprise for you coming up shortly on this particular show with someone else joining on board. Bermudian Olympian Shelley Pearson will be keeping a close eye on things as plans to develop a new rowing and canoeing sprint course at the Sea Forest for the 2020 Olympics must either be downgraded or scrapped entirely in order to save costs, a Tokyo Metropolitan Government panel have proposed in a final report. Publication of the report coincides with the first meeting of a four-party technical working group, also consisting of representatives of the International Olympic Committee, Tokyo 2020, and the central government. In a final report submitted to the Tokyo governor, it was proposed that a downgrading of the proposed Sea Forest course on Tokyo Bay from permanent to temporary status could cut costs from a project of $660 million to around $280 million.
Bermuda, listen up. D-Music is here exclusively for Digicel customers. Open up a world of music at your fingertips and access millions of songs from free. With D-Music, you can easily search for your favorite artists and create playlists to fit your lifestyle. Plus, you have the option to download music to your device so you can find a song for any moment, even when offline. D-Music comes with 1 gig of free data to stream and download songs without it impacting your data usage. That's 32 hours worth of music. Visit us in-store or online to see how you can get D-Music today.
Last night at the PCC Hockey Rink, Jay, it was some high-flying action as the Bermuda Bowl Hockey League season continued. The Bermuda Bowl Hockey League season continued at the PCC Hockey Rink with 14 goals scored in a doubleheader. The lone goal of the match between the Vancouver Giants and Oshawa Generals came in the second period off the stick of Cam Poland, who guided the Vancouver Giants to a 1-0 win over the Oshawa Generals. In the nightcap, the Serena Sting defeated the Gatineau Olympics 7-6. Christopher Scott scored 4 goals to lead the Serena Sting to the 7-6 victory. Also scoring for the Sting were Ross Ruffinage with 2 goals and Tony Jackson with the other. The Olympics got 2 goals from Billy Kellogg and Christopher Merritt, while Craig Rowat and Tom Walsh added a goal each. On Wednesday night at the Cedar Bridge Academy, Jay, it was the Island Basketball League season continuing. Let's get that report. In Island Basketball action inside the Cedar Bridge Academy, The first match of the night saw the two new teams in the league go at one another, with the Tsunamis coming out winners over Island Bowlers 57-43. The Tsunamis moved to 4-0 on the young season, while the Island Bowlers are now 2-2. Dean Jones led the Tsunamis with 21 points, while Quinn Simmons scored 10 points for the Island Bowlers. The second game of the evening saw the Twisters hand the Crossfire Bowlers their fourth loss of the season. They fell 47-29. Dion Bean scored 12 points to lead the Twisters, while the Crossfire Bowlers got 12 points from Cal Tapina. All right, Ishay, first one's over and done with. All the nerves finished?
I don't think so, but I got a bit of a moat.
Yeah. Now, he started off the match short game. Were you concerned about anything as far as the angle in which he took?
No, I wasn't. I've been training for stuff like that, and so I was prepared for stuff. Yeah.
You seem more conscious about the time than you did about your placement, because I saw you kept looking at the clock. Were you putting more pressure on yourself, thinking time was running out for you?
No, it was just to slow my nerves down. For me, I look at the clock just to slow myself down.
Reassure yourself you have more time?
Yeah.
Okay. Second game, you started off and you were short again. Did you see something in the first game that you felt you could have capitalized on the second? And the fact that he took a 4-0 lead in the first game, but you managed to hold him within one each of the next 3 games. What was the strategy after game 1?
After game 1, I just tried to calm my nerves completely. It was my nerves that took up at first. So when I calmed my nerves down, it was easier to keep him at bay and keep him at 1.
How do you prepare for another game? You've got a good 6.5 hours before your next game. What are you looking to do? How are you looking to improve?
Just try to relax more and just think about different shots that I want to make. And just try to calm my nerves, because it's the Paralympics and it's because it's a whole bunch of people out there. It took me by surprise, and
I saw you as you came out and as you entered into the flooring area. You had a glimpse up at the stands. Your mom sitting up there, your cousin sitting up there, a group of Bermudians sitting up there. Did that kind of get you going a little more as well?
Yeah, it helped. It really did help me.
All right, well, we look forward to your next match later on this evening.
Thank you.
Well, Ishay, what an exciting match.
It was extremely exciting.
To be a part of that, winning that first game, getting it 1-1 and then 2-1 down, that last game, that last end. Take me through ball after ball, because it wasn't until your 6th ball that you actually got the advantage back.
It was just trial and error for me. I just kept trying and I kept pushing, and I knew I could do it.
Are you really satisfied with your performance this second one?
Actually, I am, because I actually played him in China, so I kind of knew what he was about. So it was I was really satisfied with that, because the last time I played him, I lost 5-1. So to tie it was pretty exciting.
He looked a little bothered by the fact that you wasn't giving him much room to maneuver around. So going into that tiebreaker, which you and I talked about prior to leaving Bermuda, you don't like that. It's very stressful, mind, body, and soul. But going into it, you had the upper hand while you had the first ball throw. What were you attempting to do? Because it went a little longer than I know you anticipated.
What I was attempting to do was put the ball right against the jack in front of him. And it just didn't work out that way. I think I overshot it too much, and that's what happened.
You think during that period of time you were overthinking it a little bit, because you were trying to, it looked as if you was trying to get your ball closer instead of trying to move his ball. What were the thoughts?
Well, see, because you guys couldn't see where I was sitting, he had me fully blocked, so I couldn't move that ball. So what I was trying to do was get to the side of the ball.
All right. So overall, you had 2 performances here in Rio. Sum it up for me.
I've had an amazing time. It's been great.
A loss and a draw. Would you have asked for anything better?
Nope, I wouldn't. It's just an amazing experience, just because this is my first Paralympics and I got to learn from it and, grow from it. So I have no regrets, no changes.
What do you take home with you?
For me, it's just like a lot of pride, just to know that I was here and I did it.
All right, well, congratulations. Job well done.
Thank you.
Open up a world of music at your fingertips and access millions of songs from free with D-Music, exclusively from Digicel. With D-Music, you can stream and download songs and create playlists of your favorite artists to fit your lifestyle. Whether you're working out at the gym, getting ready for a Friday night, or just chilling at home, D-Music comes with 1 gig of free data to stream and download songs without it impacting your data usage. That's 32 hours worth of music. Visit us in-store or online to see how you can get D-Music today.
Jess, would you say a much better performance than this morning?
Oh, definitely felt a lot better than this morning.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Looked like you got a better start.
Yeah.
You calm yourself down?
Yep. The nerves were definitely gone this time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What was going through your mind as you came out of the tunnel and done that lap?
Just to work on some excels. Ken and I talked earlier, and he said that he liked that I came out right away and just didn't excel, just to get the muscles activated. So I was pretty much thinking about that and just making it across that finish line.
Now, when the gun goes off, you seem like you had 2 extra pushes there and looked like you had a perfect start.
Yeah.
As the race wore on, it seemed as if the 2 Chinese girls got a little stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're... my competitors are definitely stronger near the end of the race, where I'm stronger off the start. But that's definitely something that we're working on. And my max speed was quicker than this morning, so I'm happy with that.
Oh, okay. Well, you feel as if all the nerves are going now, so it's 2 events left.
Yep.
Only can get better from here?
Definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you got another race coming up in a few days.
Yeah, on the 10th.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ushay's ready to compete on Saturday.
Yep.
And you have a host of other people that you train with getting ready to compete as well.
Yep.
So your message to them, and then what you would like to say to Bermuda.
Just play hard and race hard and just put everything you have into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to Bermuda?
Thanks for all the support. It's been amazing, and to be out here representing them at my second games is incredible.
All right, well, congratulations. Good job.
Thank you.
And we look forward to your next event.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Jessica, that 400, you seem to be more relaxed, even coming out the warm-up lap and so forth. Take us through coming out of the tunnel, that practice lap, and then obviously the race.
Ken and I had just talked about the strategy of our race, and we knew that it would be tough to get into the final, but we were just saying to be realistic, to go up there, try and better our time, which we did, and to try and be ahead of Elena, the Canadian girl, and then try and hold off the others as best as I could. And if I burned out doing that, then that was the race, and yeah.
So are you happy now? You set a personal best. Also, every time you set a personal best, it's a national record because no one else has done that in Bermuda.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm inching closer to being under that minute mark, and can't wait to be there.
One more event, which is the 800, 2 times around that track.
Yep.
It's a struggle to go around once. How do you prepare for that, and knowing it's the last event for you for the Paralympic Games 2016?
Just go out there and push hard and just put everything else I have left in me to go out there and get in that draft with the girls and see how far I can stick with them.
How do you help calm Ushay's nerves, who will be on in a few days, telling her about the experience? What's the conversation between you two been like?
One of the things that Ken always tells me that really helps me, so I'll pass on to you, is that you just kind of think of it as just another race. Don't put all that pressure on yourself, and just go out there and do what you know how to do and see where it takes you.
3 points Ken pointed out to you that he wanted to accomplish today. 2 out of 3 ain't bad?
Yeah, definitely. And he came over and gave me a hug, and he was like, I'll take the PB.
All right, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Personal best and national record, 158. My God.
Yeah. Oh man, it's amazing, and I did that without being in the draft for most of it, so that's pretty exciting. So hopefully, once I get in there, it'll be amazing.
At the start, you looked like you got the start you were looking for, a good, strong start. You were out in lane 8, came in, got in the mix for a little while.
Yeah.
Was that the plan?
Yeah, definitely. The plan was to try and be ahead at the 100-meter and then get into the draft. And those girls were going really fast to get in there. So I stuck with it for a little bit, and then they started pulling away. But I'm still really happy to be under 2 minutes for the first time and have a 5-second PB. Amazing.
What about the conditions? It's very hot. It's humid. You're in the middle of the track because, and that's where the heat. Was that a concern when you came out for your warm up?
Not really. Like, I'm used to the heat, so that wasn't the issue. It was just the wind on the backside. You can definitely feel that. So, yeah.
The Paralympics has ended for you. Your thoughts on the entire event?
Oh, it's been amazing, and Brazil has just been incredible, and all the people are so helpful, and it's just been an incredible experience. And to end it like this, it's just amazing.
This is your second Paralympics. Obviously, the team improved by one. We got another 4 years. Could you see yourself trying to encourage others in Bermuda with physical challenges to get involved in something like the Paralympics?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's so incredible. You get to see the world and meet new people, and just opens up so many opportunities for you. And I hope that, having two of us now, that encourages more people to be like, hey, I can actually do this and be out there. Yeah.
Now you head back to the real world, school.
Yep.
What's in store for this semester, and what are you looking forward to, and are you looking to get back into training and so forth?
Well, we're going to take a week and a bit off, and then we're back into training. So we have a half marathon in October we're doing. And during school, this is my last year, so that's pretty exciting. And I'll be doing a placement course. Not sure where I'm going yet, but that'll be exciting. And have to write my thesis, and so that's going to be interesting.
Can you pick Paralympics?
Yeah.
Life experiences. Well, Jessica, congratulations, a job well done. We look forward to what's next your adventure will be, and hopefully in 4 years' time. I do want to ask a question, though. When people put pressure on the fact that someone like yourself or even Flora Duffy should win a medal, does that add pressure to a situation when the expectations are a little far-fetched?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you always feel pressure for that, and obviously to get a first one for Bermuda will be incredible, and just not at that point yet, and another 4 years, and we'll see what happens. Yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations, job well done. Time to celebrate Brazil before you head off to school.
Yes, thank you.
Bermuda, listen up. D-Music is here exclusively for Digicel customers. Open up a world of music at your fingertips and access millions of songs from free. With D-Music, you can easily search for your favorite artists and create playlists to fit your lifestyle. Plus, you have the option to download music to your device so you can find a song for any moment, even when offline. D-Music comes with 1 gig of free data to stream and download songs without it impacting your data usage. That's 32 hours worth of music. Visit us in-store or online to see how you can get D-Music today.
Well, Jay, that's it. Another good show here on Islandstats.com as the Digicel Sports Show comes to an end yet again on this Thursday. Your thoughts on what we can look forward to come next week, especially with the Rugby Classic, it's football action, and so much more.
Well, we'll wrap up, once again, like I said, we'll wrap up with the cricket. We'll know exactly where we stand. The Rugby Classic, we can't wait for. And then all the other sports that are taking part on Island. So, you know what, Earl?